Tonight's very sad late night WWE news features one of the most disturbing real life situations we have covered in a long damn time. And it all unfolded as we are talking, as we are seeing and highlighting and viewing the AEW Full Gear 2025 event filled with WWE news galore during that pay-per-view extravaganza. Hype up the video, like the video, comment below your thoughts. Remember to share this video all over social media, whether it be Facebook, whether it be X, whether it be TikTok. This is where it's at. This is what I do because this is Sean's View and we brew it up. A major WWE star, not part of the AEW show, was reportedly involved in multiple serious car crashes. Witnesses describe a chaotic, frightening scene that left both AEW and WWE talent shaken. We will cover everything that we know, but that's the final story of the night, your payoff. But before that, we cover several emotional stories, resurfaced scandals, tragic real-life struggles, and one surprising update involving a WWE Hall of Famer, a legend that you very well know. He's a former world champion. He's been in countless WrestleManias. Fans are talking about this legend, this Hall of Famer, this icon, once again, for a multitude of different reasons. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to warn you right now, it's going to be heavy, it's going to be troubling, and it's going to be eye-opening. First off, we're covering with the Survivor Series coming up. What do you feel are the top five most important Survivor Series events ever in the matches that followed it, viewers? We start tonight with something historic. A ranking of the 5 Survivor Series main events that changed WWE forever. What do you think was the greatest top 5 Survivor Series of all time? Or what do you think were the top matches in Survivor Series history? It all boils down to your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, and your emotions. Some of those matches on that list, number 5 comes in at Team Cena versus Team Authority. Dolph Ziggler's greatest night, Sting's legendary debut. The Authority was temporarily removed in one of the most emotional and dramatic Survivor Series matches ever produced. Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels. From 1992, a forgotten classic, pure wrestling, pure emotion, the match that set the stage for a decade-long rivalry. And of course, again, the Screwjob, 1997, Bret the Hitman Hart versus Shawn Michaels. The match that changed everything, the birth of the Mr. McMahon character, the beginning of the Attitude Era. That fracture that still affects WWE today. And that leads us perfectly into one of tonight's biggest controversies, viewers, fans, and subscribers. If you appreciate these deep dive late night uploads, remember to tap a super thanks below with your credit card in the comment section or join the channel membership crew. Your support keeps these nightly videos coming because we are true for all of you, right, wrong, or indifferent. We get into the car crash, viewers, according to those in the know. And let me tell you something. At the end of this video, you are not going to believe what we're going to bring to you at the end of the video. So stay tuned. The next story is extremely sad and a reminder that real-life struggles don't care about fame, success, or potential. Multiple insiders have confirmed that, and this is what was said by this star, was involved in 2 separate car crashes during his darkest period in the WWE. He wasn't himself. His behavior became erratic. He isolated himself. He was visibly struggling. Everyone feared something tragic would happen. Producers tried helping. Veterans tried stepping in. Management grew scared. Talent grew uncomfortable. One insider said, these 2 accidents, that's when you knew it was bad. Those crashes weren't minor. They were wake-up calls. Moments where WWE realized they couldn't ignore the downward spiral anymore. This was one of the saddest chapters in the modern era. And every few months, these stories surface or resurface. Reminding fans how close things can come to disaster. And ladies and gentlemen, according to those that don't know, I am bringing up the real life of the Velveteen Dream, who talked about being involved in 2 separate car crashes during his darkest period. And he was also going through other demons at that time, at this stage of the career. Also, viewers, fans, subscribers, at this time, a resurfaced clip has reignited controversy. Bret the Hitman Hart. And yes, this is going to be very Survivor Series heavy, very rumor and innuendo heavy. Bret Hart once said Vince McMahon and Shawn Michaels were lovers. He didn't mean this literally. He meant that they were unusually close. That Vince favored Shawn. The politics backstage were extremely personal at the time. Still, the clip exploded on social media. The words, the sentiments, what Bret the Hitman Hart said, he put it out there. Fans argued. Old wounds were reopened. Montreal was relegated for the millionth time. And it triggered one very real question. Where does Bret Hart actually stand with the WWE today? And again, there's been a lot of rumor, there's been a lot of speculation, there's been a lot of innuendo about Bret Hart possibly being blacklisted after Shawn Michaels saying Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart were lovers. Do you believe that Shawn Michaels and that Shawn Michaels and Vince McMahon, well, we know Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart were never lovers. Let's get that straight. Let's get that out there right now. Do you believe what Bret Hart says about Vince McMahon and Shawn Michaels being lovers? Were they in bed? Were they in the sheets? Was it the dirty sheets? Was it the dirt sheets, the websites, the newsletters where we get all the news and all the dirt to bring to you lions, tigers, and beers and dirt? Oh, my. Now, if you love these nightly reports, hit super thanks or become a channel member today. This is your channel. Your support is what keeps this show alive. Again, use your credit card to become a channel member today or donate below with a super thanks donation in the comment section. Now, again, we go into the big story. Is Bret Hart blacklisted by the WWE following these comments? Does he deserve to be removed from WWE history following this? Well, according to those in the know, fans are asking, is Bret Hart banned from the WWE? Is he going to be like Hulk Hogan? Is he going to be like Chris Benoit? Here's the truth. Based on what insiders are consistently saying, officially, no, there is no official blacklists. Unofficially, things get complicated. WWE rarely uses Bret the Hitman Hart anymore. Hardly any Legends programming. No creative involvement. No major storylines that are around or surrounding him. WWE worries about his honesty. Bret will say exactly what he thinks about Vince, about Shawn, about Triple H, about anybody. WWE can't control the message from the Pink and Black Attack, the excellence of execution. The resurfaced clip didn't help. The comments by Bret Hart didn't help. Whatever drama involving Bret Hart pops up, WWE quietly steps back even further. The Montreal fallout has never fully healed. Even after all these years, there is still emotional residue between both sides. Insiders call it a soft freeze-out. Not banned, but not favored, not blacklisted, but kept at arm's length. A legend respected, but not wholly embraced. Breaking news tonight, viewers, fans, and subscribers. The AEW Full Gear results in a mystery WWE star. And now the main story of the night, the attraction of attractions. We start with the AEW Full Gear 2025 results. Are you watching it? Are you interested in it? What matches are you going to be watching tonight? Or are you even going to be watching AEW Full Gear 2025? And then it ends with a disturbing real-life incident. Will we see a new AEW World Champion? Will we see Will Ospreay, Adam Copeland, Mercedes Moné? Will she win a 50th title? What about Darby Allin, viewers, fans, and subscribers? But all this excitement was happening. A terrifying situation began unfolding outside. Witnesses at Full Gear reported a serious car crash, according to gossip and speculation online from an earlier report. A vehicle collided heavily with another. Fans heard the impact. Security ran toward the scene. Police and emergency vehicles rushed in. And backstage, whispers spread quickly. A WWE star, whose identity has not been confirmed, was involved in the crash. Some talent said the name quietly. Others refused to. Some AEW staff looked visibly shaken. WWE talent backstage typed rapid messages. People froze when they heard who it might be. Now, we are not going to name the individual. We are not speculating. Out of respect, we won't. All we know is a WWE star was in a crash. It happened. Emergency response was fast. The scene was described as terrifying. Both WWE and AEW personnel will quietly discuss it backstage. Update should come in the next 24 to 48 hours. A very sad real-life situation that has rocked the entire wrestling industry during AEW tonight. What do you hope happens during the full results, the highlights? And again, viewers, what match do you think is going to steal the show at AEW Full Gear tonight? Tonight's very sad late-night updates includes the Survivor Series history. I want your thoughts on what do you think are the greatest matches in Survivor Series history. What do you think is the greatest Survivor Series PLE of all time? The Velveteen Dream's tragic real-life struggles in his own car accident. Bret Hart's resurfaced controversy. Whether Bret Hart is actually blacklisted. AEW Full Gear results. A mysterious WWE star involved in a frightening car crash. It is definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, a very heavy night of WWE news, rumors, speculation, and gossip. But we got to keep the ball rolling. Now, if you value these late-night uploads and the deep research, consider dropping a super thanks donation below or becoming a channel member. It helps the channel survive because without you, there is no show and view. You are what makes show and view entertainment happen. You are the life You are the heartbeat. You are the pulse beyond the brash and the raisin. We will never be mistaken or overtaken. Now, thank you for watching Sean's View Entertainment, the only place to give you daily, real-time WWE news, rumors, and emotional updates. Stay safe, stay subscribed, and of course, I will always see you in the next very sad WWE news episode because I said so. But ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, we give you extensive exclusive coverage. We go beyond what other people do here on this website because nobody gives you the kind of energy, heart, passion, time, commitment. Nobody gives you that kind of devotion like the brash and the brazen. Because, ladies and gentlemen, after a triple knee surgery, yes, you heard that right, triple knee surgery for this individual, for this star, for this wrestler, according to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters at this time and at this hour, Zoe Stark announces major recovery milestone 6 months after triple knee surgery, and she still wants to come back. What are your thoughts on Zoe Stark, and do you see her being a future wrestler, a woman's wrestler in the main event at a WrestleMania, a Survivor Series, a Royal Rumble, maybe even a SummerSlam? The future is going to be, the sky is the limit for Zoe Starks. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, Kenny Omega reveals ideal scenario for retirement. Do you think that the end is near for Kenny Omega? The Young Bucks reveal thoughts on potential exit of Chris Jericho from AEW. Kenny Omega breaks his silence on the Andrade situation. The WWE SmackDown, spoil it for November the 28th, sees a WrestleMania rematch and Survivor Series elimination tag team match. Now, Sheamus' replacement revealed in the Last Time Is Now tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, according to those in the know, it would appear as if The Miz, viewers, is going to be one of the last stars. But is it truly going to end with The Miz, or will it just be jizz? Your thoughts, your comments, your opinions, and your reactions on all of that. And with Sheamus injured and pulled from the John Cena's Last Time Is Now tournament, is he really injured, or is it part of the angle? Is it part of the storyline? Is it part of the development? It would appear as if Sheamus is dealing with a real injury. But, as always, plans can change. Cody Rhodes held a special birthday celebration after SmackDown went off the air, which you can watch and view online right now. Mandy Rose recalls WWE NXT herpes outbreak. Oh my God, a herpes outbreak? Really? You gotta be kidding me. First look at Cody Rhodes and Julia in the Street Fighter movie. WWE considering moving Chelsea Green and Ethan Page. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, we are now receiving word that according to those in the know, The Big Show, Paul White got physical during AEW Full Gear tailgate brawl. Jade Cargill bodies the beach as the WWE Women's Champion in a bold bikini snap. Also, Michael Bisping dismisses WWE as entirely fake during UFC broadcast. Devon Dudley slams Disco Inferno for defending Jim Ross in a racism controversy. What are your thoughts and your feelings on good old JR Jim Ross? Do you feel that Jim Ross is racist? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions, and what are your overall feelings and emotions of good old JR Jim Ross? Ladies and gentlemen, we put the sauce on all the news, all the rumors to keep you in the know, and we make sure that it's clarified. And sometimes if it's verified, we'll clap back and say, well, it didn't happen. We'll come back and say, well, we dialed back on it. And sometimes we will run it back because we always run back Sean View because it's not about that. It's about you. Subscribe.